Hi guys, today we are talking about how to control the club face for your own shot shape. I see a lot of players fairly consistent in terms of path numbers. So if I get someone in who they're in a fade, they might get an over slice or get it going to the left a little bit, but most times it's the club face that they're having problems with, okay? Granted, if you want to change your fade into being a straight shot or a draw, you are going to have to change your path. There is no getting away from that whatsoever. But I personally play a little draw most of the time, okay? And for me, it's about knowing how do I control that curvature on that golf ball so it's always coming back to the target and starting on its intended line. So we're going to look at a couple of the factors. It's going to be whether it's the address of the club face, where I start with it, or what's happening during the swing as to anything that's going to influence that golf shot. Now that's going to be exactly the same as to which shot shape you hit, but where that tends to go wrong in the swing is going to be very individual to your game. Obviously there's so many factors that come into that. There's no way we'll be able to cover all of those in one video because it would just take so long to get that right. But what we're going to do is, just to begin with here, I'm just going to get a ball out, okay, hit one here on TrackMan to get the numbers, see what sort of shot we end up getting. I'm expecting to see a little bit of draw, okay, so just kind of got the ball set up here, just hit it in, nice easy 7-iron, okay, so we'll see what numbers this can produce. So having a look there, that club face was closed at impact, okay, not by a lot, but it made the ball go left, okay. Club came from in to out, okay, which is what I would expect as for me to hit the draw. And I'd always expect to be somewhere near those numbers, but obviously the ball has started left and gone, or started pretty straight, but then gone left to target, okay. So I now need to have a look at the two factors for my game. So was it where I was addressing the club at the start, so where did I point the face, or was it that I lost it in the swing? So I need to analyse that. Okay, now for me, I know that in my game, if it gets a bit close, probably slowed my body down a little bit and lost a bit of pressure with the right hand down, which is obviously going to allow me to monitor that club face. So when that happens, body will slow down, the arms then end up going faster than the body, while my body being a bit more in charge and getting the pressure down. So I'm going to make a little pre-swing rehearsal here. Just take it back, get a feel of everything coming, and get the feel of everything being more matched through impacts. This is obviously individual for me. This might be very, very different when you hit some shots. So now I'm going to try and hit one here and have a look at where the starting line of the ball is and just see if we can kind of influence that just through my being perception and awareness of where the club face is being positioned. So just kind of get this into the right spot. Similar sort of swing right here. So that felt a pretty good shot, okay? Again, that's gone a tiny little bit left, but not a lot. So I need to get that club face just open just a fraction more. So see if we can try one more and just get the feeling of turning through just a bit more, getting the feeling of delaying that club head just a fraction more on the way through. So getting that feel of making sure that the club head is nice and square on the way through. That was much, much, much better. Okay, so that's now, I was able to have the awareness of where the club was positioned as to where I was able to deliver an impact, knowing that I was losing the pressure to start with, making the ball go left, analyse it, and then get the feedback. So if you know what your pattern is, so maybe you start to learn this in your golf lessons, and then you start to be able to know what flight you see, and then what areas in your golf swing will influence the starting direction of the ball. So is it, you know, do you lose pressure like I do? Do you get it going too open, too closed in the backswing? Do you get trapped? Obviously multiple factors, but you then need to have a note, whether that's on your phone or written down somewhere. So when you hit the shot, you know what happened on the bad shot, what caused it for you, what then influenced the start direction and obviously the finishing area of the golf ball relative to the target. And then you can then for the next one go through what works for your game and be able to put the correct prescription and solution in place that will mean that you can start to improve the control of the golf ball. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you've got any suggestions on videos you'd like to see going forward, please make comments below. Thanks for watching and talk with you again very soon.